So.
Ready?
Yeah. So welcome to the Lentil and Couscous Power Bowl cooking class with Blake and Misty. Online on our website, you can page here, and it'll have the video. It's actually playing on our website right now live. And then you can order the meal kit. That'll take you right to our online ordering portal where you can buy this online. And of course you can come in or you can get these, call us or anything. And we'd of course love you to just come in and get the stuff, but we're happy to put together a meal kit for you. And a page on our website, and that's under the cooking classes tab. After tonight, we will have up this class, but we already have up the nacho baked potato class and the raw wraps class. So anyway, so that's cool, kind of a neat thing we're doing, and we'll keep adding more recipes as we go. So, all right.
A little different and unique, something really refreshing, a complete protein. And he said, what do you think lentils? He calls it couscous. I call it couscous. Whatever. Let's call the whole thing off, huh?
Yeah.
But he told me this idea, and I was like, I don't know. That sounds weird. And then I think we made it one night, and it was actually really good.
Mm-hmm. It's rubbed off on me a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and actually there was so the sauce that we get that you guys have tried in the other is the bitchin' sauce. We call it bee sauce here. So anyway, there was these bee bowls that our grocery manager told me the rest.
So I cooked my lentils earlier on in the day. This is a meal you can do cold or hot. And with the lentils, it's 1 part lentils to 3 parts.
Helps make it go.
We go off here. Oh, are we back on?
Yeah, we're back, I guess.
Oh, sorry. Our internet, if at any time something weird happens, we apologize.
Yeah, next step, better internet at home.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So the thing with the lentils is you want to watch them while they're cooking. You don't want them to be chewy, but you don't want them to be mushy. So it just takes time to learn how to cook them and to just watch them. But I did a pretty good job today. And I'm going to add, I just cooked them in water. You can cook them in broth. Your meal kit came with cups of the broth. You can just I'm just going to use this herb sea salt that I've been using in a lot of my recipes. You can show this down here, babe, as I'm mixing this in. Now, I cook like my mom. I don't measure things.
really good for you, and it's just a really healthy alternative. Dulse, and I always thought it was with a C, but I think it's with an S. D-U-L-S-E.
And it's purplish. I don't know if you can tell that, but I use this in a lot. Tim James puts this on all his food. Just as well. When you're cooking plant-based, the seasonings make all the difference. So
Yeah.
anyhow, the seasonings make all the difference. Take time to develop a touch for that. I can just kind of dump it, and I know, about how much it's going to taste right. But then, oh, I don't think I added cumin. I didn't. This was the last thing. Cumin. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of that. This plus the paprika is a very nice flavor. And cumin is
Smells
just
good. I love that
essentially smell. Cumin is cilantro, dried cilantro, and really, no, that's coriander.
It's kind of like a Middle Eastern man's armpit.
Yeah.
I know it's
streets smelling there and all the foods there. So yeah, it kind of adds an exotic flavor to that. So that's done. Now over here, this butter. This is my favorite plant-based butter. Cooking it in vegetable broth with some of that butter makes it really good. Now here's the fun part. You add the dry couscous to it after it starts boiling, then you put the lid on and let it set for work it out, and you can kind of see how they're just like tiny little
spoon because that hurts my ears.
It kind of is all fluff it up. And
Yeah.
A real lemon, I think, adds the best flavor to this. So I am just going to squeeze. Now, the other thing you can do is you can zest a little bit of the lemon peel in there if you want.
You can just grate the outside of the lemon peel.
Whatever kind of salt. If you want to use the dulse again, you can. And then the other thing is the parsley. So I have fresh parsley here. A tip for your herbs like this, soak them, because then you can get them really clean. And you'll see, I'll show you in a minute here. Rinse them and then soak them. You can see how, turn that, there you go. You can see how dirty this water is. So you really get this clean by soaking it for a while. And this is just curly parsley.
Any greens in water will really
the tip I would say to soak your cilantro or your parsley or whatever. I'm just dicing it up real fine here.
Yeah, and I wasn't a huge food, so that's a good one. You can add it to juices. You know, if you go get a juice at Nature's Pantry, you can have them add parsley.
Because it is a strong flavor. So I'm just going to put a little bit of that fresh in there. Okay, and you can just see how this stuff is actually divine. I never realized how much I love couscous.
Yeah, and if you want to avoid
Oh, we're back.
sorry.
Vegetables that we put on here. So I'm always thinking about kids because I've got 2 little ones. So if you don't have kids, sorry, you'll have to endure this. Cutting up vegetables in different ways makes them try it again. So if you've tried to give your child a certain vegetable and they don't like it, cut it up or cook it in a different way, and just keep off. Top, and you can do whatever you want, but I'm actually going to, so this is how I do it. I cut them like this when I want to cut them up real fine, and oh, let's scoot it over, and I just go down no excuses, no explanations. Feta style sandwich or something like that. How they cut it up real fine. My cucumber. Next, I have my tomato. This is how I cut my tomato. You can show down here, babe. Lately, I've been doing it like this. So I'll cut one here. I just go around 4 times. Around here, and then you're left with this thing. And then I just I'm going to do the same with these tomatoes. I'm just going to really cube them up and add them to my, and I'm just going to put it all in one bowl. That's what I was saying earlier. You can do what you want. And the thing I love about this recipe, people in your family, somebody can leave something off if they don't like it. Like maybe your child doesn't like lentils, but they'll like the couscous, or vice versa. So
whatever.
some chicken on this, some chicken breast baked or something like that, or even grilled in the summer on this would be divine. Like the tofu squares, like if you watched my Facebook Live, sometimes I'll bake tofu squares. That would be really good on this too, if you want to add more protein or just more filling. We've put the Morningstar garden veggie delight in the summer. We've added that to this.
Yeah.
And then last we have these fabulous green onions. These green onions at Nature's are just like perfect. They're big, they're round, they're flavorful. I always just cut the bottom off, top off, and I have the same length here, and I just go down. Sometimes the outer side of these, if they've been sitting in your fridge a few days, can get a little slimy. Just pull that outer layer off, and underneath it is perfect. Okay, don't let layer. Squeeze it, kind of shake it off, dump that water out, because I'm going to put this when I dice it up. Now the thing here, point down and show, cameraman. I grab it in kind of a bunch. And kind of put it back in a bowl and go down the other way. And you can do that 3 or 4 times if you want to get it real fine. I usually do, kind of get it back in a bowl and go back. Okay, just get it real good. I absolutely love the flavor of cilantro.
It's good.
Some people, it's one of those things you either love it or hate it. My sister's mother-in-law, she hates it. She calls it cilantrano.
I wanted to touch on the health. And couscous is high in protein and rich in selenium, believe it or not. And sorry again for that. Apologies. We're definitely, this is a and increase longevity, athletic performance, detox heavy metals, and if you can believe it, there's so much more. Or a bowl, then you add your couscous. Extra parsley. cucumber and your onion. Honestly, we eat a lot of it with this, so we two jars isn't out of line.
Something else that I like to add.
Extra just freshly minced right on there. It's so potent, especially freshly minced for your immune system and for everything else. Just this, you Yep, so 10 total points possible for this. So 5 for making, 5 for watching, 5 for making. All right.